Hey there, it's Dr. Gonzo for the Land of the Grapes Facebook page. Um, since we're throwing the idea around, I figured I might as well do this for the first one. My video on Resident Evil 1.5 for rare and obscure video games. Um, 1998 was the year that Resident Evil 2 came out originally. And a couple weeks before it was scheduled to come out, they were working on a completely different game in terms of some of the gameplay. The zombies were more gruesome. There were human hybrids with animals. There was a gorilla and a spider hybrid with a human. One of the final bosses was a lot more badass. Easy. He could kill the other zombies. He was much more sinister and evil looking. It was easier to blow the zombies in half and have them crawl toward you, whereas with the other one, it was only with the shotgun, the one they released. They took out some of the weapons between the two. Uh, I believe they took out a metal pipe and a shotgun. They changed up some of the images a little. Some of the characters are different. Their names, what they look like, whether or not they lived or died in the story, that was completely different. The buildings, some of them are more modern in the version that they scrapped, and the one that they released, they were more vintage looking, because the people at Capcom actually snuck into buildings that were old in Japan and took pictures, I guess. But this year is the year that it finally came out that there was a real 1.5 and that someone was working on it. And while they were working on it, one of the fellow modders that was working on it with them became defective, meaning he fucking jetted and took one of the discs with him that happened to have a copy of the game on it. Ooh, sneaky, sneaky. He was going around selling it to people on various other gaming websites, and the information became known to the public through these websites, of course. And people were starting to rat. Well, news got back to the modders that, hey, someone's going around selling their game. The group of modders came forward on their YouTube page and said that we're going to give you the game for free where it's been released at now by this defective modder that's going around selling the game. We were planning on giving it to you for free when we were finished working on it anyway. It's just taken us longer than expected. Who would have guessed, coming from a buggy piece of shit that they released at 40%. The game's hard to play, to say the least. But they're working on it, I guess. They're getting closer and closer. They've released a patch since then that fixed a bunch of it that you can download and add on to your unpatched game. I just have a copy of both on my computer as is. What I keep forgetting to do is show you guys a copy of the discs. The one that was floating around pre-2013, most likely, is this one here, which is just the copy of Resident Evil 2 that the company Capcom actually ended up releasing. It's probably that one, just mislabeled if it is labeled 1.5, because you'll play it and find out that it's very, very similar to the one they released, because they released it further down the line. The one that you find that is labeled 1.5 should be 40% of the way complete if they haven't released another one since. I haven't found one that's further than that except in the patch. It'll just be labeled as Resident Evil 1.5, and most of the time you can find it with the debug menu intact. It should come with it because that's how they released it. You can find a legitimate download here on YouTube under the name Bzort. You just have to find his YouTube channel. He's the one that has uploaded it. He's the one that is doing all of this work on it. I'm not going to post it or anything like that just for the sake of my YouTube channel.